Hey, it's Brian from the Disability Digest. Because the questions about continuing disability reviews, going through reviews, benefits being stopped is like pouring in. Although I've done other work on this, I'm going to go through a few key things in this video that I haven't done before. One is I'm going to show you the realistic chances of what it looks like for you to be reviewed, to be terminated, and then I'm going to give you 5 tips on the first form that will hopefully prevent this from happening to you. Then at the end, I'll share with you a way that you can get a free protection service. So if this does happen to you, that you'll get some legal assistance for free to get out of it. So that's what I have on tap here. So first of all, this is the most recent Biden budget that was put out this summer. I've reviewed this extensively in other videos, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time, but if you come into page 71, you'll see that this is the projections for the increase in disability reviews up to 1.7 million. So there's like, I don't know, almost 9 million on benefits. So it's what, like 20% being reviewed every year. And if you scroll down further and you want some leisurely reading, you'll understand why they're doing it. Because when they take people off of benefits, they actually save money. Although this program is called the Integrity Program, I find that quite interesting. That is what the focus of this is doing. So you increase the reviews, people come off benefits, and you save money. So this is the statistics that Social Security puts out on annual approvals, awards, etc. And this column way over here, I'll put this in the show notes afterwards as well, shows the terminations and by year. So if we look over here on the left, this is 2017, 18, 19. And if you look at what's been happening to the terminations, is up to 10.5%. They haven't released 2021 yet because they're about, it's like 14 months later. So that's the reality of it. If you're one of those that are saying, well, you know, I've got XYZ condition, I'm probably not going to be reviewed, maybe you can look at your award letter, and if it says that you'll never be reviewed again, then fine. But I don't see that in award letters now, especially. So even people that are close to full retirement age, 64, 65, I still see them going through this. So just a heads up, those are the numbers. Okay, so next is this form 454BK. This is like round 1 that is fired at you. Some of this is basic information, so I'm going to go through some key tips in section 3 for you. I expect you know your name, your doctor's name, treatment. There's some yes or no questions. So first of all, before I get into this, I want to refer to and kind of preface this by saying what you're going through now in this is very similar to what you went through to get approved for your Social Security disability benefits. And when you're filling out these forms have very similar questions to the Social Security work history form and the Social Security forms of daily living that maybe you don't remember filling out, but everybody does when they go through the process. So in the work that we do here in helping people get approved, we have a Social Security Disability Approval course that's free access to our members. There's a lesson in this course that was done, wrong page, with interview with attorney Carl Osterhout. And this will also be below. I would encourage you to listen to this, especially if you have the forms, because it helps you understand the mindset that you should have to communicate to Social Security. Less is better, right? And certain buzzwords to use, like if there's a yes or no answer, replace the words with sometimes, often, usually, hardly ever. For open-ended questions, very short, concise. All right, and definitely no remarks in the remarks section. So that one, taking a time of 45 minutes or so and going through that interview and understanding how to answer the questions will save you a lot of time. So here we are in 3A, and if you're an adult 18 or over, list the physical conditions. Be very specific: degenerative disc disease, fibromyalgia, depression, anxiety, bipolar. Just really quick. Don't get into you know, a long, lengthy explanation. The reason why, you learn in the interview, is that it allows Social Security to interpret that in a different way. All right, so that's 3A. 3D down here. Always, sometimes, or never. Where there's these open-ended boxes, that's where people can really hang themselves, right? So follow the directions in the video. If you use a device like eyeglasses, hearing aids, braces, braces, and you want to look at if you're wearing or using a brace, what is the appropriate word over here? Usually, often, hardly ever. You want to line it up with the appropriate answer to put in there. If you wear glasses, instead of saying, they have some of these checked here, but you want to preface that as well. So just make sure that you use simple words and direct phrases and not long drawn out answers. So now I'm going to go down into 9. We're in 4. Right? Hang on, folks. Okay. If you have hobbies or interests. So if you have hobbies and interest and you check yes and you're going to enter them in there, and let's say your hobby is walking, then if you just put walking in there, that means that you could perhaps walk all the time. Occasionally walk, occasionally knit, occasionally read. Words, phrases like that are going to be helpful for you, so that you don't give Social Security the ability to read into that. All right. I'm going to go down now to this section here, remarks. Leave it blank. Suggestion by Attorney Osterhow. Anything you put in the remarks just can be interpreted as too much information. If there's no information in remarks, that would definitely help you out. So I hope that this is helpful for you in some tips. So again, we'll have below here the budget and the also I'm going to put the statistics in here. And the last thing that I wanted to mention to you is here at the Disability Digest, we have a benefit protection service. If somebody is a client of ours, a Medicare client, we've reviewed their benefits, we've enrolled them into a plan, and they're working with us, which is a totally free service, we provide a benefit protection service for them. And how that works is insurance companies have a built-in commission structure for insurance agents where they pay us to keep our clients happy. It's a natural part of the work that we do. So if a review comes up and you're a client of ours, you fill this out, we'll definitely review it for you and make sure that it's done properly, and then you can submit it to Social Security. If your benefits are denied based on this information, then we'll definitely get involved by doing things like requesting your medical records and reviewing those, and writing a case brief and submitting it to the Social Security caseworker and calling them and saying this person is still disabled and here's why. We'll give you forms to bring to your doctor. These same forms that we have over here in our disability approval course. In one of these lessons, I guess I don't have it up, but we'll have you bring in doctor support forms to get those filled out. So those are the things that we'll do at step 2. That usually makes it go away. If it doesn't go away and you get put back in pay status in step 2, then in step 3 it's going to go to court. And we'll still support you in court with our legal team and attorneys, and we'll go in and argue the case so that you can get your benefits turned back on. So that's what we do if you're a client. So if you're new to Medicare, you're thinking about enrolling, this would be a great application for you to contact us. We can discuss the possibilities, help you find a plan, enroll you in a plan, give you a benefit protection service. So you're going to have twice a year you'll be contacted by us to review this, make sure you're doing the right things to keep your benefits and pay status, and much more. Look below the video, or depends where you're watching it, somewhere around this video, for contact information for us and resources that I have covered. Make it a great day. Keep your benefits.